Hi, this is Arwani. Welcome to Personal Development with Arwani. And today we're going to be talking about stretching yourself. Maybe before we go into the content of the day, I just want to remind everyone out there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can be a part of our community and you can get updates of all the future videos that we're going to be posting. So for me, stretching yourself is quite an interesting topic, and thinking of where we are right now. I mean, basically in South Africa, we are just in level 3 of the national lockdown, meaning that we can now start doing most of the things that we couldn't do. So I'm saying to everyone out there, this is an opportunity to stretch yourself, to go beyond what you used to do. So you may be asking me, but Arwani, what does stretching yourself mean? So there are many ways in which we can describe stretching yourself, but I would like us to describe it in these two ways. So the first one is to stretch yourself is to make great demand for your capacity. So making great demand for your capacity is extending yourself, going beyond what you normally do. And then the second definition that I want us to look at is making maximum use of your talents and abilities. So those are the two main focuses that we're going to be talking about in this video. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so making great demand for your capacity and making maximum use of your abilities. What does this mean? Maybe let us start with why. Why would you want to do that? For me, when you stretch yourself, that is how we grow. That is how in life we grow. When we stretch ourselves, we start achieving bigger goals. And one thing I believe in is that when that unfortunate day when I lose my life, I do not want to take any potential to the grave. I know it's it's not such a nice thing to say, but all I'm saying is, in order for us to live our best life, we need to stretch ourselves and we need to make sure that we do not take any of the potential, any of the ability that we have been blessed with to the grave. We make maximum use of it. And that is why I am shooting this video today to say, you know what, guys, from today, moving forward, let us do extra. Let us stretch ourselves. Now you can be asking yourself, so which areas do I stretch myself in? Which areas do I need to stretch myself? I'm saying this can be different from everyone depending on what it is that you want to achieve in your life. I'll make an example with my own life. So what I've gone and done is I've gone and identified 6 areas in my life that I would love to work on. And I'll just share it with you guys just to help you as to what you can also focus on. So for me, the first area that I focus on is my wisdom, my knowledge. So I go ahead and spend time, like increasing my knowledge, reading books, watching videos aligned with the topics that I want to improve on. I spend time with mentors, with coaches, and that is how I'm stretching myself in that criteria or department, if you may call it that way. The second one where I'm stretching myself in is in my health. So it's my health and also activities. So in this particular category, I'm looking at simple things like drinking more water, trying to keep fit, running, jogging a bit more, learning new skills, simple things like playing a piano, things that I knew I've never done before, cooking a meal, So that is the second category or the second part where I'm stretching myself. The third one for me is travel. I would like to go out there and see the world. I want to take my family and show them the world, So I've set for myself certain destination goals that I'm working towards, stretching myself towards those goals. And I would also really motivate you to do the same, because I believe we live in such a beautiful world that is just worth exploring. And also then on the fourth one, the fourth area is my family, it's relationships. So I also stretch myself in that area of my life. Why? Because I want a happier marriage. I want a fulfilling relationship with my wife, with my child, with my colleagues, with my friends. So I do spend time on that, improving on myself, stretching myself in that as well. And then the fifth area in my life where I'm stretching myself is my career. I've put certain targets for myself that I want to achieve, and I've understood what it is I need to then go out and do so that I can get to those career goals. So I'm stretching myself in that area of my life as well. And then lastly, it's in the area of business. I've identified what it is that I love, and I'm stretching myself there. I'm doing more than I would not normally do. So this is just an example. I'm just sharing this so that to help you also identify areas that you would like to stretch yourself to do more than you normally do. So now someone can be asking, how do I start this? How do I start stretching myself? How do I go about it? For me, it is pretty simple. It is basically three things that you need to do. The first one would be you need to determine your baseline, your starting point. So you have now listed the area that you want to stretch yourself in. I'll make an example with the aspect in my life of wisdom. So you've identified that you want to stretch your wisdom, you want to stretch yourself, your knowledge. So have a baseline. Ask yourself currently, what are you doing currently about your knowledge? What do you normally do? Maybe, for example, you are reading one book every 3 months. So you need to understand that is your starting point. I read one book every 3 months. So that is step number one, identifying your baseline. Step number two, you need to understand what is the end goal. What are you pushing yourself to do? So in the example that we are making, an end goal would be, I would like to read 2 books every month. So I want to move from 1 book every 3 months to 2 books every month. I think that is a clear goal, that is a clear end result that you can work towards. And then step 3, the third thing, is that you need to be able to measure your progress. You need to be able to measure your progress. Your progress. So how can you measure your progress in this regard? If you know that now you know that you want to read 2 books in 1 month instead of 1 book in 3 months, you can start measuring how many pages a day are you reading. You can start measuring how many pages a week. You can tell yourself that in order for me to complete 2 books that have got 200 pages each, how many pages a day do I need to read to make that possible? And you can measure yourself from there. So each and every day you can be aware of how far are you with regards to this goal. And I must say, the interesting thing about stretching yourself is you are doing far more than you are used to. So this means that it's not going to be easy. It's outside of your comfort zone. You need to be ready to fight. You need to be ready to fight discouragement. You need to be ready to fight laziness. You need to be ready to just, to be out there, to be full of energy, to do things even when you don't feel like doing them, because you are stretching yourself. I mean, another definition of stretching yourself can like another definition of stretching yourself can be, like pulling something and something elastic, out of shape. You stretch, you extend it. So as you stretch yourself, as you extend yourself, it's gonna be difficult, and you need to prepare yourself mentally for that. Because I feel like many people tend to break down and quit when it starts becoming difficult. But I'm here to encourage you to say, when it starts becoming difficult, when it starts becoming hard, at that point, I'm saying celebrate, because at that point, it means you are now starting to do more than you normally do. So that is already victory on your side. So in this time, during this pandemic, I'm urging everyone out there to go ahead and stretch themselves, because the effect of the lockdown is that many businesses had to lock down for some time. Many people have gone some time without income. So we need to bounce back. And in our bouncing back, we cannot bounce back as if it's business as usual. We need to go extra. We need to do a bit more so that we can make up for the losses. We can make up for the lost time, and not only just make up for the lost time, but if we stretch ourselves hard enough, we can also be there for others that are unable to recover during this time. So with that saying, you may be asking, so Arwani, when do I start? I'm saying there's no better time to start with this than now. Immediately after listening to this video, go out there, write yourself areas in your life that you would like to stretch yourself on, and immediately start working on that. And remember what I've said. It's simple. You do it in 3 easy ways. Identify the area that you want to stretch yourself in. Understand the baseline. Understand what is your baseline, and then understand what is your end goal, and then lastly, your actions need to be measurable so that you can understand on a day-to-day basis what progress you are making. And with that being said, I feel that if you can just do this consistently so in your life, after a period of 3 months, a period of 6 months, you'll start seeing great differences in your life. You'll start seeing great improvements in your life. You will be one step closer to living your best life. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that you're going to be joining us again for our next video, video upload. And in order for you to do that, go ahead and subscribe so that you can get notifications when we do post another one, and we can grow this community together. Thank you.